The Magic Chef 7 cubic foot deep chest freezer is here inside of this very nice looking box, and although it is pretty much a standard deep freezer as they would say, there are two features that come right inside of the unit that are very appealing to me, and I'm very happy to see them. One, there is a built-in LED light so you can see stuff in the dark. Very cool, because all the other deep freezers I've used, no LED light whatsoever. Two, there's a removable divider in there, so you don't have to go out and get a divider to put in here to divide your stash inside. It's already included. And that of course just takes it higher up on the hierarchy when it comes to deep freezers. Now with all that being said, this otherwise looks like a pretty standard deep chest freezer, so let's get this thing unboxed and take a look at it and see how cold it could actually get. This is how you open the box, by the way. You don't pull the freezer out, you pull the box off. Now, if we take a look at the energy guide, the estimated yearly electricity use is about 250 kilowatt hours, which isn't too bad. It comes out to roughly $35 a year to run this thing, you know, depending on how much your utilities cost. Now, if we take a look over here on the right side, we do have our compressor vent, which you do want to leave clear from a wall and obstructions to make sure it has nice airflow. There also is more ventilation on the back that you also do want to keep clear right next to the pretty short length 3-prong power cable. Then of course also inside we do have a user manual, a plastic ice scrape tool for defrosting, as well as a drain plug for the inside. That plugs in a Philip the hole right there on the bottom left to keep everything inside, and you can easily remove it if you need to drain water after de-icing. Now also inside some of the cool features of this 7 cubic foot chest freezer, we do have two little plastic bins that go on top and are easy to place anywhere you want inside, and then underneath of these we actually do have that removable interior metal divider to keep things divided on the inside. And of course up here on the lid we do have that all-important built-in LED light, which is going to be so nice in case you happen to be in the dark. One thing I did notice is that the drain plug, instead of being a twisting cap just like most other chest freezers, this one kind of just pushes inside. But it's very hard to get it in there, and sometimes it goes in sideways, so not my favorite. It's definitely a negative as far as this freezer goes. Over on the front we have a green LED light that indicates power, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels of coldness. Over on the left side we do have a drain hole to drain out the water when you defrost the freezer. And now 3 hours later we are ready to test this thing out and see how cold it actually got, because it did recommend waiting 2 to 3 hours after plugging it in before you start putting food in it, and also waiting up to 4 hours after transporting it if it was on its side and all that stuff, so all the oils can get back to where they're supposed to be. Now I will say Eager McBeaver over here didn't want to wait the full 3 hours, so I kept periodically checking it, and I will say under 5 minutes it already dropped down about 10 degrees from 74 ambient temperature down to 64. Under 15 minutes it was already down to below 30 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's very impressive. So I don't think we'll have any issues right here. So let's get inside and take a look. Alright, looks like we're actually getting negative 12 degrees, negative 14, negative 16, negative 15. It is definitely icy cold in here, pushing negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And of course we can't forget the all-important LED light that turns on when you open up the lid. Very nice. Really makes it easy to see what's inside in the dark. And now there's nothing else to do but start loading it up with some stuff. Alright, so as you can see, I do have this 7 cubic foot deep freezer loaded up with a bunch of stuff. Granted, I'm not trying to feed a whole village, but there is a lot of stuff in here, and there still is room for more, which is very impressive given its compact size. Now, what I will say is, with all the stuff that's in here, you do have to kind of figure out how to organize everything, because, you know, we're going to be having everything stacked, so you might want to make a little list or something so you know exactly what's in here at all times, so you can cycle through stuff, get rid of the old stuff and eat it, and put new stuff in there. You know how it goes. Anyways, I really do like and appreciate this little removable wall right here, because I can see right through it, at least when there's nothing blocking it, and I can see exactly what's in there. So I'm like, oh, I want some of that chicken down there. Let me dig it out and go get it. But obviously if it's filled up to the top, that's not going to happen. But it is very nice, especially since it's keeping everything separate. You can put the stuff over there that you're going to be using more often, and perhaps smaller portions so you can just pull it on out and get ready to make it, and keep the bigger stuff over here on the left side. And plus, these shelves right here, these are awesome. They're very nice, easy to put in here. They slide around, they fit a lot of stuff and keep stuff a little bit more organized as well. So with that being said, this is a very nice deep freezer, working very well, gets extremely cold, has a ton of space in it. It's very quiet, and I mean, it's very nice. I'm liking it. I can't wait to get this thing filled up, although I guess it's gonna be harder to get stuff, but I'll be able to keep stuff in here instead of stuffing it in my regular freezer that was begging for mercy because there was no room left. It was busting at the seams. But this thing, very nice, working very well so far, and has a ton of space in here. I like this thing. I'm gonna get a ton of use out of it.